going on? Brandon, Whitetail Therapy. I'm here today, and I thought I'd give a little quick tip about safety harnesses. So, I'm obviously a huge advocate of safety harnesses. I hope to God that you are too. But in regards to that, one thing that I picked up from Jason Samkowiak several years ago on his previous YouTube channel, it's now called Samco Tradbow, was adding on this right here. It's a little additional piece of rope. So we're all running one of these, right? Lineman's belt, very typical. Throw it around a tree, latch in, got us a rope in there. As you climb, obviously, you're seeing. But, so what do you do when you come to a tree limb? Now, myself, for years, even after I started running a lineman, which I ran long before most people that I knew of ever running one. But when we come to a limb, or even myself, whether I'm climbing or hanging a stand, I get to the limb, hey, I can't get around this limb here, pretending that it's off the tree. I would come to the tree, put an arm around it, unhook, maintaining 3 points of contact, throw it around the limb, feed it around, hook back in, right? So potentially no harm, no foul. And I've done it a lot of times and never got injured. But I'm gonna insert a picture right here. And this was me, I'm not sure what year that was, it's called about 4 or 5 years ago. I had made a long hike in, probably well over 1.5 miles. It was wet, it had been raining. My boots had gotten really covered in mud. And I made this hike back, and tree I was trying to climb had quite a bit of lean to it. Ascended the tree, got onto my sticks, and as I was trying to transition from one stick to the next stick, because of the angle that the step was sitting at like this, my boot actually slipped off the stick and I fell. Now I had my alignments off the tree. When I fell, it pulled me into the tree. Of course, you see that big gash in my chest. That was me slapping the stick, actually the step on the stick below there, and cut me up pretty good. Now, like I said, I was already over 1.5 miles back in a very remote location. We were not going to fly a helicopter in. And at that moment, I thought to myself, I could have died. If I had not died, I could have been severely injured and laid there for Lord knows how long before somebody found me. This is also a caveat for you out there that run Live 360 or run something else, some kind of a locating app, at the very least, let somebody know where you're going to be at. But anyway, through that, what I come to the realization this could happen anytime, especially when I'm going up and down trees, when I'm trying to go around limbs. Where previously I would hold the tree and disconnect my belt, and there would be a fraction of time there where I was no longer connected. So again, like I said, Jason Samkowiak put a video out some time ago, and ran this idea, and I picked it up. So what we done was he added a section of rope to the front of his harness. So what I have here is a piece of 8mm, I think it's like 15 kilonewtons of climbing ready rope. Probably more overkill than what it really needs to be, but what I have here is a section of rope. I don't know how long it actually is. Let's call this 6, probably around 12 feet long maybe. And now when I get to a limb, such as this, I will untie this rope. And we've got to touch a tether, right? So rope goes around the tree, just above the new limb. We tether off, right? So you can tie you a quick knot, nothing fancy. All I want is to hold me, right? So now, when I get to here, I can disconnect my lineman's belt. And if the off chance, while I'm going to throw this lineman's belt back around this limb up here, I'll fall, I'm tethered. And now I'm gonna swing back into the tree. So at no point at all am I ever not connected to the tree. So again, here we are. Now we're tied off. Both hands are free. reconnect my alignments, undo my knot. As I ascend, I always take this rope and just throw it around my neck. That way, if I need to go around another limb, I've got it handy. And once I get into the tree, this also becomes my main tether for tying off. So, you know, I run a rock climbing style harness, which you can see right here, and I don't run a traditional safety harness. But once I get my stand hung, I get ready to tie off. I don't really have a particular knot that I prefer over the other. Something that's quick and simple. I do oftentimes will run a slip knot of sorts. So real simple, over the top, under, make us a couple quick 3 little loops around the rope, back through the loop here. This comes down, now it gets a slip knot. Pretty simple. Unties real easy. Now you get a slip knot, tether it off, and I can probably show you that a little closer. I don't have anything real fancy here to put my camera in, but we can try to bring it in so you can see it a little closer, see what happens here. All right, so simple underhand knot. So we'll go under the bottom, back over the top. Get a twig here. All right, we're going to generate a loop. Just a half loop here, so nothing. All right, so we'll get this underhand knot. We're going to go around the rope 3 times. So 1, 2, 3 times. Come back up through this loop we made after we made our knot. Slide your knot down. This is your top knot you made, your half knot. Slide it down, and now you've got a slip. There's probably 1,000 ways to tie that. It's probably way better than that one. There's a lot of other knots that are out there. I personally like that. It works pretty well. Pretty simple for me. But, you know, anything's better than nothing, right? So I'm not trying to say, you pick whatever knot you think you can tie and untie quickly, or it's easier for you. I like the slip knot. I like the ability to slide this, move this up and down the tree without having to untie and retie. But I'm gonna get ready to come down, or after I'm already down to the ground. Again, nothing simple, nothing complicated. We're gonna take this rope, make a few loops out of it here. I need plenty of slack. A few loops in there. Tuck it back under. Got it tied so damn tight. And there we are. Now she's just dangling, ready to go. So, pretty quick, simple tip there, guys, but it's a simple tip that can save your life, all right? So, highly recommend that, even if you're running a, well, in a standard style harness, you have the latch in the back, right? So that'll work the same way. But if you're running a rock climbing style harness, or even a tether, or say a saddle, right? Same principle with the saddle. Just use your tether as you're climbing. So, guys, that little bit of extra weight you're gonna pick up from that rope is not gonna offset anything. It's not gonna make any difference. Put that extra rope on. Do not disconnect from the tree at any time. Don't rely on you hugging the tree being enough to get you up the tree and you're not falling. Especially, guys, we're talking about being miles back. Too much risk. Don't take it. All right? Be safe out there, guys. Good luck this season. See ya.